So, like I said, we are really delighted to welcome you to our arts panel at Center College, where we discuss all of the many opportunities we have on our campus that range for students that hope to pursue careers in the arts in the future, but also for students who love the arts and hope to continue their involvement when they come to Center College, or maybe even try the arts for the first time. But I would really like to turn it over to the experts and let us hear from our amazing arts faculty. And we are going to first hear from the music department, and I'm going to turn it over to Robert.
Hey, everybody. I'm hoping, Lily, you can hear us. It looks like you're still trying to connect. Teresa, looks like we've got you. Rami, it looks like you're in. So the three of you folks, are any of you interested in participating in the music program at Center College?
Yes, I'm interested.
Great, Teresa, fantastic. So the music program at Center is designed, like all of the arts programs are, to align with whatever major it is that you decide to do. We're really excited here to offer arts on a variety of levels, for anybody who's an aspiring professional in it to somebody who wants to just be involved in art for the rest of their lives. Also at Center, what's really wonderful is you don't have to choose one art form. We work with each other to make sure that you can do multiple projects. One of our student, Katie Barnes, that's on today, will be able to tell you a little bit about that and about her experience here. From the music side of things, we offer a symphony orchestra, which is our largest ensemble. There is talk of a marching band. I'm not sure where that will go. It might come online in your time here, but more importantly than the marching band is the orchestra program. Most people in that ensemble have never played in an orchestra, by the way. It's something new that they do. We have a jazz ensemble, we have a bluegrass ensemble, we have various types of chamber music. Really, if you can take a lesson on it or play it, we probably have a teacher for you. Save accordion. I don't think we offer accordion lessons or bagpipe. But outside of that, just about anything else we've got for you. We're really good at playing dead white guy music, but we also do a lot of music that is very far outside the Western European canon. So if you've been making music in high school, we certainly have a place for you here. Shoot me an email. I guess if you really have to call me, you can call me. I might pick up the phone for you, but I'd rather an email or Facebook or something like that. I'm happy to chat with you, of course, on the phone, but I'd rather a text. So just text me, or I will be happy to get a hold of you or come visit you at your school. Just let me know. Shoot me an email if you want more details on anything the music department does. Appreciate you guys tuning in today.
Thank you so much, Robert. I'm going to now turn it over to Amy to talk a little bit more about our visual arts and our art history program.
Thank you so much, Kelly, and welcome, students. I've got a little PowerPoint so I can show you our fun facilities while I'm talking briefly. So first, can everybody see that? Yay. So this is the Jones Visual Arts Center at Center College, and this is where the studio art and art history programs are housed. We are a joint program. We have currently 7 faculty, and in the studio arts, we offer 5 different disciplines. And so these are photos of our hot glass studio. You can see that we took these photos right near Halloween because what they did with that pumpkin, let me go to the next slide, is they kind of used some glass to make it look even scarier. And they also do around Halloween, COVID prevented us from doing this, but we typically do, for 3 years now, we've done the haunted hot shop. And one of our more senior glass students helps our younger students learn how to make glass pumpkins. And so that is a really fun activity to do. We also offer ceramics. Here are some photos of our ceramic studio. Some of the student work. And we also offer photography and moving image. And so this is actually a recent article that is on CenterNet. If you wanted to read more about it, our photography professor had her students do a series of self-portraits as it relates to COVID, like what their life was like this semester with COVID. And then these are some of our painting and drawing seniors from last year's senior show. With COVID, we had to kind of go online. And so we had an online exhibition for our seniors. And so you see some of their work here. But again, I am happy to talk to you about any of the disciplines and courses that we teach in both studio art and art history. We are a joint program, so please feel free to send me an email also, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about it. Thanks.
Great, thank you so much, Amy. Now we're going to hear about our theater department from Matthew.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much for having us here today. Also due to COVID last year, we sort of put together a little explanatory video about our program. So I'm going to go ahead and share that. And that's going to be right here. Hi there. My name is Matthew Halleck. I'm currently the chair of the theater program at Center College. My background is in scenic and lighting design, and I teach the design and technology courses in the major.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Jennifer Goff. I teach acting, directing, literature, and a lot of other stuff here at Center College.
Hi, this is Patrick Kagan Moore. I'm a director and a professor of a battery of courses, including literature, playwriting, a number of performance classes, acting, vocal production, mass characterization, and physical comedy, as well as storytelling. We are extremely fortunate to have as our artistic home the Norton Center for the Arts.
There are 3 theaters under this one roof. The largest of these is Newland Hall, a 1,500-seat proscenium hall that has played host to artists like Dolly Parton, Yo-Yo Ma, and Willie Nelson, and touring productions of Into the Woods, Cats, and Rent.
Here at the far end of the building, we find our primary home, Wisiger Theater.
Simply put, Wisiger is a marvelous theater. It is a 365-seat thrust theater and is just the finest performance venue in 3 states. It is acoustically rich, the sightlines are generous, and due to the shape of the auditorium, theatrical events have a wonderful sense of community we all value. We tell stories in our theatrical work, and Wisiger is a terrific space for the kind of storytelling that we do.
We do 3 plays in here each year, as well as a dance concert each spring. Auditions are open campus-wide, and there are lots of opportunities to get involved right away. First-year students are often cast or serve in significant roles on the production team.
Now, let's head backstage. Because the Norton Center hosts national and international artists, our backstage facilities are tremendously well equipped. This is the green room that serves both large theaters. It is set up with video and audio monitoring systems showing live feeds from the stage. And this is our costume shop. We roughly build a third, rent a third, and buy a third of the costumes that appear on stage each season. MJ Hall is our costume shop manager, and she's here to train you in the proper use of the equipment and to make sure the build of each show runs smoothly and efficiently. She also holds an MFA in costume design and designs 1 or 2 shows a year. Down the hall is our scene shop. This is where we construct and prepare the scenic elements for our shows. It is situated directly between both theaters and also serves as the loading dock for the major road shows that come through the Norton Center. Graham Posner is our technical director and scene shop supervisor. Graham has his BFA from Carnegie Mellon University, and in addition to supervising the builds for our shows, he regularly serves as a lighting designer for the program. The other end of the shop opens onto Newland Stage. As we've said, this is a regional touring venue, and because of that, it is equipped to support a very high level of production value. As a result, our students are learning to work hands-on with state-of-the-art lighting, sound, and video equipment. And when the road shows come through, they serve as the stagehands for these shows. Loading shows in and out, steaming costumes, hanging lights, running follow spots, installing sound equipment. Our students get real-world professional experience right here on our own campus.
We'll head upstairs now to the 5th floor of the building to take a look at our teaching spaces. Grant 501 is our main rehearsal studio where we prepare all of our productions before moving into the performance space. This room is actually large enough for us to tape out the full Wisiger stage, which makes the transition from our rehearsal hall to performance hall that much smoother. Grant 502 is our main performance classroom. Acting 1, directing, improv, movement, dance classes. This is a big, beautiful space with plenty of room to explore many different modes of performance.
And just around the corner is Grant 504, the Design and Technology Studio. This purpose-designed space is where we teach the technical theater and design portion of our curriculum. Scenic and costume, lighting, audio, and media design all happen here.
As we head back toward the elevator, we arrive at our Black Box Theater.
The Black Box is a space that belongs to our students. This is where our center players stage open mic nights, improv performances, and student-led productions of all stripes. So that's our quick tour. We hope it was helpful, and we hope it gets you excited to continue your theater education here at Center College. If you have any questions about this or anything, just let us know. We're here to help, and we cannot wait to see you in the fall.
That's our little tour. So if anybody has any questions, or if Kelly, you want to, well, actually, we're going to hear from one of our students now, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah, you go ahead and introduce her, Matthew, since you probably know her best.
Sure. Well, actually, all of us know Katie pretty decently because Katie is your typical widely involved, broadly interested Center College student, currently majoring in, I'm going to say, theater and chemistry. Excellent. Katie, why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience at Center and anything else you think that prospective students might want to know?
Okay. Well, hi, you guys. My name is Katie Barnes. I am a current junior at Center College, and I am from Salvisa, Kentucky, which is a super small town, you know, not a whole lot going on there. As Matthew said, I am majoring in theater and chemistry at Center, which may seem very, very different, and they are, but there's a lot of overlap that you're able to get going with your classes when you're at a liberal arts school. Courses I've taken here, so I've taken everything from glass blowing to dramaturgy, from going abroad, taking a music class with Dr. Seebacher, to technical theater, to acting styles. I've taken a wide variety of classes in all the different arts departments here. So my experience in balancing these different classes at Center, Center pushes you, and it pushes you to what you think is your limit, but it shows you that you can do so much more. Like, I never thought that my love for theater is something I could major in. I thought I would only have to be in a STEM major, but by going to Center and being able to experience all these different types of classes, it showed me that I can do more. And where I think my limits are, they're not actually limits. They're benchmarks maybe, but they're not limits. And so it's given me this opportunity to be able to see all of these different paths I can take. And I never thought I could do technical theater. And Center's drama department especially exposes you to all the different aspects of theater. So you have to be able to do them all. And that's really helped me develop and see that maybe I'm not just an actor, maybe I'm not just a tech person. It's like given me a variety of things to do. At Center, I would have to say, last semester we had a very sad time of having to close our show early, but we were doing The Addams Family. And The Addams Family is a really great experience for me. we got to work with both the theater department, the music department, and all these different groups of people got to work together. And we got to have like a community built with all these different departments. And it was really nice. And all the experiences that I've had doing center theater have all been really great. We've had student directors where you get to work with your peers. Like for a family weekend show where we have a short time to put on a show, we have student directors and we get to work with people our own age. And we get to have like that sort of community environment, but build it within ourselves. And it's a really fun experience. Honestly, theater at Center is possibly one of the best things I've chosen to do. And I wouldn't change it for anything.
That's so great, Katie. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And it sounds like you definitely stay busy on campus. So we appreciate that perspective of the balance, and so glad to hear that somebody, in the STEM field is also able to still explore their creative side so robustly, which is just really wonderful. So we are getting close to the end of our time together, and I would love to open it up to our prospective students that are joining us. If you would like to, at this point, you're welcome to turn on your cameras and you can ask a question, or if you would feel more comfortable, you can type the questions into the chat, and my colleague David will help facilitate those. So any questions about the arts at Center?
And if you don't have a very specific question, if there's a topic or an area that maybe we haven't touched on yet, just toss that out there and we'll try to respond to it. I would ask while you're doing that, I would ask our faculty representatives here to tell me just off the top of your head, how many folks in your in the performance programs, how many folks are involved that are not majoring in those areas? Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, just in the orchestra alone, there's 55 students in that ensemble, and 2 of them are majors. 3 of them are majors, and of those 3, 2 of them are double majoring. So I mean, it's practically the entire music department are not majors.
Okay.
If I think back to the Addams Family cast, I would say it's a pretty similar ratio. I mean, probably 3 or 4 of the lead characters were being played by majors, but also lead characters being played by non-majors alike. And then the ensemble was a great big smorgasbord.
I agree. Same with the studio arts. I'm always surprised when I learn that a student who I feel has been in our building a lot is not a major. They've just decided to take a lot of classes. And so, I agree with my colleagues.
So I'm seeing a question from Remy here about how we're handling theater in COVID. So we're in the process of getting ready to stage our first 2 productions within the COVID era in early February and then in April. And we're going to be doing them as a streaming event. There'll be live performances. They'll be streamed, and we're still working out exactly the logistics. But it'll be a combination of Zoom and OBS and running either through a YouTube live stream. Katie Barnes helped me with a couple of experiments that we've been running on starting to put together that technology. But like the rest of the theater world, we're sort of quickly learning how to do a whole bunch of stuff we never even imagined we would have to try to get up to speed on. But we're getting there, and we're turning it into another learning experience. Katie, you had a thing you wanted to add to that?
Yes, there's also a student club that's a branch off of the Department of Drama at Center. It's called Center Players. And I'm actually running it this year. So I'm the president of Center Players this year. And we have arts events. So we have holiday get-togethers and readings of plays where we're still, even though our given circumstances and our world right now aren't necessarily ideal for theater, we're still putting things together so the art students and theater students can still practice their work. And so it's really tough right now, especially with COVID, with something that's meant to be like a body-to-body experience in a way, but we are working with it. And there's a lot that I think we have the potential to do. And so even the students are getting a chance to work and develop for the first time. And so that's a pretty cool experience that we've been working with.
Yeah,
We're all sort of starved. I mean, Rob had his ensemble had a concert a couple of weeks back that it was just such a joy to attend a live arts event, even though we weren't physically in the room.
Yeah, Teresa, let me answer your question too. Even the upper level music theater, music theater classes, arts classes, they're not closed to any center student.
Oh.
Every level is open to you. And since my colleagues all did the same, I'm going to give you 2 minutes of what music looks like in the age of COVID. And I'm also going to enlighten your Christmas spirit, even if you don't have any yet. So here we are. Let me make sure I'm doing the old share my audio here.
Wow.
So
amazing.
the great thing about Center College is that organ as well. Newland Hall has one of the best pipe organs in the region, so you may as well use it.
So I am officially now Christmas spirited. I usually reserve that until after Thanksgiving,
Good.
but you've unleashed it. That was excellent.
Yeah, masks, everybody spaced apart. That's how we do it.
Well, it's great to see that there's still lots of arts happening on campus, even during the pandemic. And I don't know about anybody else, but for me, seeing that just made me feel very emotional. Just the power of art and music and being able to be together and still collaborate. It's just what the soul needs during these trying times. So we're definitely glad we can still have that at Center.
Some folks are putting their email address in the chat. You can see on your screen people's names. The email convention here at Center is simply firstname.lastname@center.edu. Any of these folks, I'm sure, would be happy to converse with you via email. I think we're about to run out of time here.
Yes.
We're going to get closed down, so I wanted to get that in.
Absolutely. And I guess one other final thing I would encourage all of you to explore as prospective students is check out, we do have art scholarship opportunities. And we are excited to, in addition to the performing arts scholarship that we have previously had and will continue to have for both music and theater, we are unveiling this year, I think I can go ahead and say this, Amy, we're also going to be having a visual arts scholarship as well. So if you have any questions about that, I am a great contact person. For that, my name is Kelly Hedgepeth, and I am in the admissions office, and I'm sort of our arts liaison. So if you have any questions as it pertains to the art scholarship or to the admissions process, feel free to reach out to me or to my colleague, David DeWitt, as well. We are happy to help you in addition to your regional representative. So I just want to say another big thank you to our faculty and to our student who was able to join us today. We are so grateful for your perspective and your time. And we hope that all of you joining us today will continue to consider Center College and especially continue to be involved in the arts as you progress on to college. So thank you so much.
Yep. Later, taters.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thanks.